Man is feeling kinda buggy about today's game, Centipede, for your Atari 8-bit computers. Let's go ahead and take Centipede. Let's pop it in my 800XL and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Centipede was published by Atari and, according to Moby Games, was released in 1982, meaning it may have been the first port of the 1981 arcade game. Moby Games also gives programming credit to Dave Gautreaux, with Centipede being the only game he received any credit for on the site. The back of the box says the following: imagine you live in an enchanted mushroom patch filled with bothersome bugs. Get those centipedes with your bug blaster. Watch out for the spiders, fleas, and scorpions. They all have magical powers, and they are after you for 1 or 2 players. Centipede is a single screen shooter for 1 or 2 players, alternating with one standard mode of difficulty. For the controls, you move around the bottom quarter or so of the screen with the joystick and press the button to fire. You can hold the button down for continuous fire, but you can only have one shot on screen at a time. The spacebar on the keyboard can be used to pause and unpause the game. Even though the arcade version used a trackball, this version does not support the Atari trackball and trackball mode. And from what information I could find, the home version of the Atari trackball may not have been yet released when this game came out. You could use the Atari trackball in joystick mode, as you could with just about any other game, although it is not a true trackball experience. Your main antagonist, of course, is the descending centipede. Shooting its head will get you 100 points, and body segments will get you 10 points each. When you split a centipede, it creates a new head. If a segment of the centipede stays near the bottom of the screen for too long, a new segment will appear. When you clear a centipede, another will appear, sometimes with separate and multiple head segments. The flea will drop down to add more mushrooms to the field. This is more likely to happen as more mushrooms are eliminated. It takes 2 shots to kill it and is worth 200 points. The jumping spider appears at the bottom and will erase mushrooms it touches. It is worth either 300, 600, or 900 points depending on how close it is to you when you shoot it. The closer it is, the more points you get. The scorpion scurries along the top. It can turn mushrooms into poisoned mushrooms. If a part of the centipede touches these poisoned mushrooms, it will charge to the bottom of the screen. The scorpion is worth 1,000 points. You get 5 points every time you shoot off a part of a mushroom, and an extra point when you eliminate it. You also get bonus points for mushrooms on the screen after you lose a life, with the poison remaining mushrooms getting you 5 points apiece, and then they return to normal. Every 10,000 points you earn an extra life, maxing out at 6. Graphically speaking, the game is fine for what it is, with some nicely done head segments. The sounds are okay, but considering the hardware, I thought it could have been a little bit closer to the arcade. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $9 loose, $19 complete, and $38 new. So what did I think of Centipede for the Atari 8-bit computers? Honestly, it was both good and a little bit of a disappointment. Growing up with the 2600 port, this version just felt a little bit too sluggish for me, and I missed the glowing poison mushrooms and even some of the sounds from the 2600 version. Of course, the 2600 port was done by different programmers and seems to have come out later, so I won't hold that against the programmer of this version. That's not to say the Atari 8-bit version isn't fun. It's clearly Centipede and it is enjoyable, and if you like Centipede in general, you'll probably like this version. But personally, while I may play this version in the future, I think I'm more likely to play the 2600 port more. So where am I going to rank Centipede among the other Atari 8-bit games I've already reviewed? It's still a good game, so it's going to be in the top half among some of my other enjoyable arcade ports. I do like Kicks more at 11, but I will give it a slight edge over Q*bert at 12. So out of the 25 games that are now ranked for the Atari 8-bit computers, Centipede is crawling into the 12th position. Centipede on the Atari 8-bits isn't the best port, and some of you may prefer the 2600 version like I do, but it's still a solid addition to the Atari 8-bit library. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Do you like the game or have any memories of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos like this one and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe. drop a comment below. And for Mega supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and look forward to see you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for jumping spiders.